Hi everybody. So really quick, I'm just going to go through some strategies that I use when drawing skeletal structures, especially if we're starting from a Lewis structure or an expanded compound that you might be given. So I have a few practice problems here. You are welcome to go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and try to work them yourself. And then when you hit play, you can just listen along as I go through what I do. That is absolutely appreciated because it's always good to try and then see where we went wrong, if we went wrong. Okay, so for the first problem, we're going to convert the following Lewis structure to a line bond or a skeletal structure. So a lot of times, depending on your instructor, they may say line bond or they may say skeletal. I usually say both just so that you're exposed to both the nomenclatures, but it means the same thing. Draw sticks, not atoms. Okay. So this is where you can pause the video. I'm going to go ahead and go to the solution slide where I'm going to show my work. So the first thing I always do is I get rid of anything I know I'm not going to see in the structure. And based off what we saw or discussed in class is any hydrogen that is attached to a carbon we're not going to see. So those are going to be implied. And here is a very simple problem because we do have a straight hydrocarbon. So I know that all of these hydrogens are not going to be seen in my skeletal structure. So what I usually do is I just go ahead and cross those out. I don't even try to look at those anymore because I know they're not going to be there. And then I look at what's left. So the only thing I see are carbons, and I know that I'm going to use those carbons to represent my sticks. So really fast, I'm just going to count how many carbons that I have, and I see that I have 5. So when I draw my skeletal structure, I'm going to start with one line, and every ending and corner is going to be one of those carbons. So here I have 1, 2, and then 3. So I need 2 more, 4, and then here is 5. All right. So if we want to look at this without the numbers, I have a compound that looks like this. So this would be my skeletal structure for the first problem. And so again, we know that any, let's do this color. Any ending point right here and any mountaintop or valley is going to be is a carbon. All right. So a lot of times I see students look at the line. The line is not the atom. The line is the bond. So if we want to look specifically at 3 and 4, we have a line here in our Lewis structure. That's just your bond. Okay. It is only these apexes, I think is the right word, or intersects, if you will, that are your actual carbon atoms. Okay. I hope that made sense.